increased the volume. Welcome back. If you feel this resonates, hit that subscribe. I'll be doing moon readings. And we're basically heading towards this new moon this weekend in Pisces during Pisces season. And it's the removal of what is in your way, right? The removal of the masks that you have put on, the boundaries that you have allowed to be overstepped. There's going to be some relationship stuff going on depending on your specific chart. It might be what is in relation to you with spirit, all of these things. Swords, I'm looking for swords. So I think this is definitely something where you might want to rock with spirit a little bit. This card was actually in the reverse. I put it upright so you could see it. Let's see. Vejigantes. This card illustrates one Vejigante mask made out of coconut. Raul Ayala is one of several artisans who create Vejigante masks from Loíza, which is a historically black community in Puerto Rico. The Three of Swords shows up at a time of extreme hardship and emotional pain. The mask represents a deceptive false face you are hiding behind, where you are not being truthful to the world or even yourself. And so this might be a sign that you may have felt betrayed. We're going over, we're releasing the betrayals, right? What was last year, it's time to start releasing and making space for what you want this year. The truth will be revealed if it has not been yet, okay? Then we have the Four of Cups, which is usually kind of like you taking back your energy, your power, but it can also be that you're stingy with your emotions. You're either let me keep the peace type thing, or they're not worth telling how I felt about this thing. But sometimes we gotta let people know where they had us fucked up at. And that's just the facts. Sometimes it opens up a conversation you didn't even know was needed. So this is the piragüero right here with your ice cones. This card is about having the opportunity to make a decision, perhaps an emotional one. You have the chance to decide now. But if you change your mind later, make sure it is not too late. Be very clear about what you are trying to manifest, what you are envisioning for your 2024. You know, be as specific as possible, and make sure that it's coming from a place of internal movement versus the logical. Because sometimes we use our brain to do things that are actually emotional. If it's too late, you may regret a decision, or you may regret a decision made too late and feel upset or emotional about it. This card is a sign of my way or the highway, moment or an ultimatum. Sometimes it is better to have fewer options to choose from. And then you see the picture. Then we have the Four of Swords, which is like rest, lay down, don't overdo it, don't do the absolute most. Make sure that your exchanges are equal exchanges until you have a decision to make. Literally, you have a decision to make, right? Or the decisions you have made brought you peace, resolution, inspiration in life. So that's also the thing. So this woman holds her fan partly open as she dreams, symbolizing that she is ready to receive love. She dreams about giving permission to her love to approach her. When the Four of Swords shows up in a spread, it is a sign that it's time for serious contemplation. You are being faced with a challenging situation, and it is more important now than ever to take some extra time to sit with your thoughts before making any decisions. So, take a break and save your energy for when you need it. Act in your dreams at this time, not physically. And having it reversed means that is not what's going on. So you have two things in the reverse. You have basically a picture here of like, is what you want something that allows you to be free of pretenses? Don't need to fight for something, right? Because sometimes there are things worth fighting for, but everything ain't worth fighting for. If you gotta put an ultimatum to somebody for whatever, it's a forcefulness to somebody who don't want to do something, right? And so that could be you. You could be that somebody. And so have you been trying to control things and it hasn't worked? Has it exhausted you? For many people, these years have been tough, but are you over identifying? Let me not move this too much. Are you over identifying with your pain, with your struggle? Have you just accepted that's all it is, right? Have you allowed yourself time to dream, time to imagine, time to desire, and reconnect to things that inspire you? It's a new year. It literally is. Once Aries season begins, it is officially a new year. And so let's see what the vibes are for your new moon, be it rituals that need to be done or energy that needs to be embodied. And I am using the Secrets of Paradise Tarot, which has some Caribbean elements, some Latino stuff, some Puerto Rican stuff. Pretty lit. All right. So I'm just grab from the top. And we have our 3 cards. So pick. Now let's see. Selenite, Garnet, Tiger Eye. I'm a little hungry, so don't mind me. All right, we're going to start with the Selenite first. So let's get into it. So first, selenite. This is colored selenite. But selenite is the one stone that I think everyone should have, regardless of what you are into. Selenite is known to consistently cleanse energy, space, your own crystals. It's, for me, it's like an on cycle all of the time of just like refreshing energy. So, whoa, what's going on with these reversals today? So I have the Page of Wands, and I'm going to put it upright, but we know that it is, oh, that's my favorite guy to see in Puerto Rico. We know that it's reversed. So I'm going to first check out what they have, because everybody's interpretations are different. And then we'll pull some more cards. Where's the wands? Where are the wands? Here. All right. So we have my favorite dude to see when I'm in the streets. So this is this archetypal Page of Wands is a young cook working with the element of fire. Something new is on the horizon. All right, so it's really giving new beginnings. What you begin might take time to come to fruition, but it's worth the wait, let me tell you. But your passion and youthful spirit will push it forward. Your enthusiasm is contagious. You're youthful and passionate. As we say in Spanish, el amor entra por la cocina. Love starts in the kitchen, meaning that you will make someone fall in love by tasting your food. Or, and this is a very big one, you know how to spark a flame and warm a heart. You know how to spice it up or make it hot. So you got some decisions to make, right? New beginnings morph into what they're meant to morph into based on the work that you're willing to give, right? Willing to put in. We also have to know pages don't mean longevity. It's up to you how long you want things to last. Sometimes it is delicious to eat while, it's the comparison of like fast food and home cooked food, right? Fast food, what does it do? It satisfies, it kills the hunger for the moment, and it's a resuelve. It's just something that fixes the hunger at that moment in time, fixes a solution. But is it fulfilling? Is it nourishing? Is there a technique behind it? Is it almost ritual? Is there a sacredness to this moment? Is there, some homes prayer over the food? Think of that with relationships, opportunities, things that you want to forge. If you want to make something new and long lasting, take your time, be excited, right? Start with what you got, but also take time to build the foundations for that thing with intention. If that's what you want, right? Like it could be that you meet somebody and you're like, you know what, this is my little 3-month situation and that's going to be it. Or, right, if you're ready to have something long term, I'm going to decide to be open and vulnerable and really give this thing a try or whatever it is. So, okay, let's fall right up out of here. If it is a new job, if it is a new job or a new financial opportunity, all the more reason to make sure you are writing down your receipts. Make sure you are taking inventory. Make sure that you really have all the things that you need in place for this to be successful. But also, I want you to feel worthy of the things that come in. Nothing that you receive is by luck. You are not lucky to be anywhere. You have the skills that whoever is inquiring needs. You have the energy that exchange requires. You are not starting ever from zero. You're starting with experience. So don't downplay or devalue the work that you have done, even if you're starting in something completely new. Everything that has happened to you, that you have experienced, has led you here. So you wasn't born yesterday. Don't let people play in your face about it, because it's giving some people will. And so don't let that be all that rises, all that they're offering to you. Don't let people play in your face, especially if you're an earth sign. For some reason I was hearing that. Okay, we got a whole bunch of stuff in reverse here. What's going on? Anyway, new beginnings are here. Are you ready to welcome them in? Have you forgiven yourself for whatever happened yesterday? Are you in a season of lack? Find your way through gratitude. Okay? I literally got these two. So through gratitude, you move out of the spaces of struggle and lack. Even if things have been difficult, you're here and you have an opportunity again to try, right? Like most of us are winging life. I think all of us really and truly. And so, like I just said, try and see what happens. They look similar, so this one went out to see what they encountered and ended up cooking a pig with some of the plátanos on the side. You never know If you give up, you won't know what's on the other side. So speak solidly into the life that you want, knowing that you are worthy just because you are here. So, my goodness, I have my thing is slippery today. Wow, that didn't sound right. My iPad. So, we have Saturn. Literally, it's in the reverse. Don't rush things before they are ready, okay? You don't want to eat something raw unless it's sushi, right? Like, if something is supposed to be cooked, let it marinate. Let it be enjoyable. Let it be delicious. May you be able to indulge in these things. And what Saturn's story will always be, take your time. Because with time comes the good stuff. It's not easy to be patient. And it's not only about patience, but be relentless with the things that you desire. And so things get better with time, consistency, and really looking at things for what they are. So, be as illusional and inspired with the life that you want to live, but have a real strategy for it. And it takes time. It takes hitting walls. It takes mistakes. It takes being awkward to really get through to something long-lasting. All right, and so that is card number 1. Look at that beautiful Saturn. What? And so we're moving to card 2, y'all. Whoa. All right, so card 2. Oh boy, my thingy here has been moving today. All right, the 4 of Wands in reverse. Look, bruh, don't judge the fact that all of these are reversed. I feel like we don't know yet. So Garnet. Garnet is vitality. It is sensuality. It is grounding the root. It is what supports, sustains us. And so we have the 4 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands is usually commitment, celebrations, coming together, celebrating the wins. It's a good old time. Maybe you haven't been having a good old time, but it doesn't mean that it's out of reach. So let's see what they got here. So it may have been that you have been struggling, or you feel things getting a little rocky, but let's see what they got for you. I will definitely say grounding, taking a moment to yourself. If you've been doing the absolute most, how can you make space for, how can you make space? By being disciplined with the value of your time. By reducing the amount of overwork that you have. Sometimes, and this may or may not be for somebody, but sometimes over busying ourselves, over hustling, and you know your limits, but when you don't listen to your body, spirit on your limitations, if you don't ask for help, and either you're so disciplined that you don't end up doing nothing, so that ain't discipline, right? Or you're going so fast that you can't even nurture anything, that's a problem, yo. Because yeah, you can hustle 24/7 and whatever, but if you are not whole, if you are not well, if you are not able to even have the bandwidth to celebrate your life and your accomplishments, then what is it all for? There's discipline, and then there's self, like, abandonment. A whole bunch of stuff came out. So it's time to have fun. Go do things. Go remember what it's like to be competitive, to be excited, to get exhilaration. Leave the priestessing behind. Some of us can be all or nothing, right? And so, if you don't always gotta align your chakras, sis. You don't always gotta wait for permission from anyone to go live. Wow. So this is the card for everyone, it seems. Go live. Go live. Go have a good time. Go to the perreo. See who you're gonna find. Make sure you're moving trauma out of your body. Sometimes you gotta throw that thing in a circle and just really remember you've made it this far, and you have made it through your worst days. It's time to celebrate being here and being alive, because it's really awful out there. Okay, there are some people who don't get the chance to find joy. Don't be that person. Find at least glimmers of joy, but deadass go live. Go do the things that you want to do. Don't wait for anyone anymore. Because what will happen is that as you reconnect to joy, joy will keep finding you. Hard work, there's more than enough time for hard work. Go realign your chakras. Okay? Sit in a beach. Go dancing. Go look at nature. Give yourself the opportunity for all. And if you don't know what that's like, anything that you're like, wow, I just learned something. Wow, I didn't know I could experience this thing. Go see the beautiful things of life. Division, integration, and don't wait for other people to do it with you, right? As you reintegrate with yourself, as you start grounding into your body, a lot of things start rolling in, because they're like, finally. And I'm sure that's not what all that means, but that's the energy. A lot of sunsets, a lot of sitting by the water, a lot of rising is what's happening. So, maybe it's a ritual that you need to do where you just sit by the water somewhere, or if you're a hiker or something, find ways to get lost. And in that being lost, you find yourself. So find your way back. We're getting that for a couple of people. Real and raw honesty with yourself is needed now. There's hella long, so you're cutting ties of discord. You might be leaving a whole bunch of things behind. In alchemy, separation is the cleansing matter through the process of cutting or separating. After this stage, you are left with the parts of yourself that you want to keep and can continue with on your ascension path. While it can feel painful to let go, lightening your load is necessary for your healing journey. If you don't know the song or you haven't heard it in a while, Bag Lady. Separation, phase shadow work, writing. So take time to relax in a private space with a pen and journal. Separate the page in 2 columns labeled yes and no. Decide what actions, people, situations, and thoughts are aligned with your inner self, and add those to the yes column, and put what is not aligned in the no column. After meditate on your thoughts. The answer to your question lies within. It's time to identify what in your life no longer aligns and what belongs in the new world you are creating. Clearer than that, I cannot get. So that was card 2, which was the Garnet. And so it's time to root into yourself, friend. And I love that for you. There's beautiful things happen when we decide to do so. Everybody was, everybody was, whatchamacallit, reverse. So, Tiger's Eye. I feel like I had talked about Tiger's Eye in the last video. Good fortune, success, abundance, and grounding. And this is Rainbow Tiger Eye because it got a little bit of the yellow. It has red, and then this one has its blue Tiger's Eye. So, congratulations, you have resisted temptations. Oh, we got a whole bunch of stuff coming out. We got the Madre Tierra, which is our world card. I actually want to read these because I'm like, who are these? The Eight of Wands. I don't know what's going on, y'all. What's happening? What's coming into your awareness? The Five of Cups. But look at this beautiful... I love this. I'm really enjoying this deck. So, we have the Temptations, the World card, the Eight of Wands, and the Five of Cups. I'm reading these because that Temptations, it's giving Devil card, but you know, I'm in the wrong book. Joshua. All right, so Temperance. No, that's right next to this one. Okay. There are many types of temptation. Some lead to positive, some to negative. Tango is danced in a small circle. Practically, basically, you are your own dance partner in life, and you own the decisions to stay away from what is not good for you. Are you filled with passion or desire? Desire, passion, and physical attraction can be good or for bad. Be wary of the temptation to use a physical appearance or power to dominate others, fueled by ulterior motives. So you've been doing great because you have not been doing this, okay? Are you a leader? Are you recognizing that you have done this work as well? Neither is incorrect, being a leader or a follower. What is important is that you recognize what role is the best fit for you and follow what you feel is right in the long term. For rituals, this is a great card to work with for love spells, intimacy, and connection between two beings. So don't be so rigid that you cut everything off, right? Because we still are human beings. But it looks like you've been doing the good work. And so I want you to sit with that because that's important. Where is the world? All right, we're moving from Judgment, Madre Tierra, Jesus, the Seba tree. This card appears when a person needs to evaluate their position in relation to the rest of the world. Have you isolated yourself, right? Like, have you made yourself an island and not a visitable one? Is this person an eternal night under the moon or burning under too much sun? Are they grounded, centered, and strong as a Seba tree? This card is also a representation of power and influence. It's given somebody here is wealthy or about to be or has certain privileges. It is about overall knowledge and education. We must always learn about many things and not just about what we can easily master to be well-rounded. It's okay to be a newbie. It might also show the love for nature and caring for the planet. Someone who loves wildlife and animals in general. If you haven't been out and about in nature, this might be the moment for you. Each area is represented by different elements of vital resources for living on our planet. The wide variety of species is also a symbol of diversity. Get out your house. That's what it's giving. If you have done a lot of inner work, it's time to let the world experience you. You have done the healing. You have done the letting go. You've been going to therapy, you have all of your tools. Yes, there are always things to work on, but don't let that be all that you do. It's part of the necessity of living. Eight of Wands. Sometimes we have too many options in front of us and can be all too easy to stay the course. So, leave your house, but put on a mask, right? That's community care. Visit people you haven't seen in a while, but also don't go crazy now. This card calls for choosing by intuition. So if you maybe felt like you were locked up and you're like out here willy-nilly about to go wild, don't forget what you have grown from, learned from, expanded. This is a moment to trust your gut feelings. So what you have been through is not all that you are. What you have experienced is just a sliver of what is possible. And so maybe this is a dark night of the soul. Share that story, I will say. You never know. Five of Cups. This card can also represent a moment where you're hiding your real feelings behind a smile. A más tiempo, buena cara. Hope and possibilities are still yours for the taking. You just need to look for them. Align for them. Open up to them. Not just focus on the hardships, which is super easy. I ain't even gonna hold you. It's super easy to feel that this is all it is, and this is all I'll ever be. But it's only you placing yourself into that box, right? Six of Swords, leave some shit behind. People, places, things. Because you are worthy. It don't get any more beautiful than that. You are a majestic being. You deserve offerings. You deserve all the beauty that it is. And sometimes being on a spiritual path, you gotta forego some things. It can get really hard. That's what people don't like talking about, but this is a season of faith for you. It's time to believe that there is beauty, that there is joy, that there is overflow, that there is abundance, and that change is possible. But it starts with knowing, existing in, being the worthy one. You've come far. Don't let the hardships hold you back from your joy. If you have been happy or you haven't been happy in a while, it's time to be. It's time to not chase. It's time to align, to manifest, to receive, and open yourself up to receiving versus going after things that don't want you, right? Like, there are affirmations that's like, money knows where home is, right? It's not exactly like, I'm gonna chase this thing. And you'll be surprised when you're like, you know what? I am worthy. And I'm not going to deal with anything that makes me feel less than. Things change. And so if you need to tap into your emotional center, do that. If you need some silliness, do those things. But also let people give to you. All right, and that is what I have for you, my dears. Let me know what card you got, if it resonates, or come back and let me know how it goes. And again, subscribe, put a like, and I'll see you in the next moon. Happy new moon in Pisces, y'all. Allow yourselves to be led by your dreams.